These exercises for osteoporosis are going to be done lying down. Make sure you're checking with your doctor and getting cleared to do exercises. Especially with osteoporosis, if you have a compression fracture, it needs to be stable. No bending or twisting like Remy's showing you here. It's important to keep your shoulders and your hips aligned. So again, she wanted to show you that you're not supposed to be doing any twisting. A great way when you're lying down to make sure that you're not doing that twisting is getting in a hook lying position. And so hook lying is just when you're propping your knees up. I'm gonna move the other doggy out of the way. If you need a pillow, get a small pillow. So again, that you're in good proper alignment when you're lying down. Knees propped up is that hook lying position. This is just important again so your shoulders and your hips stay together and they're not going into a twisting motion. So once you're in this hook lying position, you want to try and keep your shoulders down. You don't want them rolling forward. So when I do the upper body arm exercises in this position, I'm going to push my chest out, almost arching up. And then I'm going to keep my arms straight and just bring them above my head like this, and then kind of arch my chest up towards the ceiling and get that nice stretch in there, and then nice and slow come back down. So that's just to help keep those shoulders down and get that good posture when I'm coming up into that shoulder flexion and then coming back down. You can do a little pause at the end. Now, if your osteoporosis is bad, you're not gonna bring your arms as far back as me. So you just go to your comfortable position. If it's here, that's fine. And then again, try and push those shoulders down and bring that chest up, and then come back down into that position. So just go at a comfortable pace, do a little bit, and then wait and see how you feel the next day or two. Then the next position is going to be a W position or a stop sign position. So now it's the same kind of thing, except it's almost an isometric exercise where you're not moving, you're getting in this position, and now I'm just pushing my upper arms into the couch or the bed or the floor if you're on the floor, and then I'm arching my chest up again. So I'm pushing, getting that isometric movement where I'm activating those muscles, but I'm not making a big movement that might be uncomfortable. I'm holding it for 3 to 5 seconds, and then I'm just relaxing. So again, that W position or that stop sign position, I'm pushing up the chest, pushing my shoulders down, holding it 3 to 5 seconds, and coming back down. When you first do isometric exercises, just start off with maybe 20 to 30% of what you feel like you can push. Again, you want to make sure that you're slowly progressing, because even pushing at maybe just 20% might really work those muscles if you haven't been doing a lot of exercises and wear you out a little bit. So start off with a little bit and then slowly progress as you go. So the next one is going to be doing some isometrics with the legs. So this time I want to do some hip extension with my legs. I'm still in that hook lying position. So what I want to do is I want to take my heel and push down into the couch or the bed or the floor and activate those hamstrings and those glutes, and then come back up. If you want to do them both at the same time, you can. So this is almost like if I was going to go up into a bridge, but I'm not going up into the bridge. I'm pushing my heels down, getting that hip extension, holding it 3 to 5 seconds, and then coming back down. So again, you can do this for time or you can do it for reps, but it might be good to start off with just a little bit, like maybe 5, and then see how you feel later so you're not overdoing it. So again, pushing down the heels, if I'm only doing 20% of as much as I think I can, and then coming back down. That's all you need to do to start off with. So then the next one is just going to be pelvic tilts. So now I'm starting to add a little bit of movement, but it's not going to be big movement. But pelvic tilts are great, especially when you're trying to get that good spinal alignment. Pelvic tilts don't make a lot of movement, so sometimes it's hard to see it, but it's really great for your core and the pelvic floor as well. So all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to rotate my pelvis back where I'm flattening out my back, but I'm not using my feet. I'm using my core muscles and my pelvic muscles to flatten everything out. So my feet are loose. I'm not pushing like I was before with that hip extension. I'm rotating to flatten everything down, but I'm not holding my breath. I'm just making sure everything's nice and flat and activating those muscles, holding again for that 3 to 5 seconds, and then relaxing. So it's doesn't look like a big movement, but you're working a lot of muscles that are small muscles. The same thing, maybe starting off with a little bit and then slowly working your way up from there. So then kind of adding on to the pelvic tilt, I'm just going to go into a march, but go into that pelvic tilt, try and get everything nice and flat, get that spine in a good flat neutral position. And now I'm just going to start marching while I'm holding that pelvic tilt. Now, if that's a lot and you feel like you're coming out of that pelvic tilt, you can just start off with the marches. But ideally, get yourself into that pelvic tilt. See if you can hold that pelvic tilt while you're doing that marching. If you have to stop and reset every time, you can go, take a little break, reset, and then do the other one. But getting that marching while you're trying to hold that pelvic tilt, again, engages all those core muscles. Those core muscles are the ones that help protect our spine. That's what we need when we have osteoporosis and the spine isn't doing so great. You want to have those strong muscles to protect it. So if you'd like to help support my channel, click on the link up there, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking down by Miss Remy. And remember, be safe, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon.